Guys, this is Alex from All Too True, and this is my episode on habits. So, what I thought about doing in this channel of mine is actually just bringing the absolute essentials and trying to narrow down to the most important things that I find out in the course of making the video by research, introspection, and discussions with my friend Nick, which actually helps me a lot in the course of these things by providing this feedback, this constant feedback. And what I'm here to tell you is that the actual habit of creating a new habit is the most important thing that you should figure out how to do. So how do you get about that? Well, after perhaps 20 videos, through the course of these 10 days that I haven't been releasing anything, I actually pondered and slowly got down to the most essential aspects of habit creation, which is meaning. And meaning in the sense of the importance of the habit itself. Now, what is the most important thing that a habit can provide you? And that is actually the ability to self-program yourself so that you can develop yourself farther. So the absolute meaning of any kind of habit that you might want to instill in your day-to-day life is actually a developmental project of yourself as such. So what I think is the most important thing that you might be wanting to challenge yourself to find out is actually creating this habit creation habit. What is a habit creation habit? I figured out that it is simply an attitude, an unbreakable, willful attitude to look at the most positive aspects of whatever you're doing and pushing yourself, propelling yourself forward in your imagination, feeling the difficulties of your habit as challenges. So how can you do that? Well, the only thing that can do that is an awareness of your attitude moment to moment. So how does that work? That works simply by actually being aware of what your attitudes are from moment to moment for an entire 24-hour day. Okay? So when you 16-hour day, because you might be sleeping for 8 hours. So what this will give you, it will give you an actual manifest, a list of the moods you actually jump during the day and what is your attitude towards yourself, other people, situations, and events. What is your attitude towards your success in general? And this is what I'm trying to get at. Your attitude towards yourself is one of the most important things that you might be wanting to look at. Now, people, name this self-esteem, like how much you like yourself and how you regard yourself, and all those are really valid things. And I would highly recommend Joseph Rodriguez's channel. He boils down books, and he's been a great inspiration throughout the years for me. And this thing that I've realized from actually following all these people in my course, in my actual, being a viewer, being an experiencer, and being like a witness of all these lessons, has been that my attitude towards something has been defined by the importance it has in my life and how well connected that thing is to my greater purpose. So this is the central thesis of what I think you should actually do. Attitude awareness, and after that, after you realize that you in fact have a certain attitude towards certain things, you have to work on changing that attitude. And you only succeed in that, according to what I've experienced, by actually changing your attitude in the moment. So what happens is that you become aware of your attitude, a negative attitude that you don't know whence it came from. It comes from some belief you have, it comes from some value. But when you realize that that attitude is somewhat random, Your only job at that moment is to change that attitude, and that gives you access to your moods. The only thing you can do about doing something difficult is to have a cheerful mood and approach it with a positive attitude. This is all I have to say for this part, which is the habits. Is the most important thing for me. Now, everything else is secondary because awareness comes first. So if you're not aware of what is your habit of actually building new habits, which is a difficult thing to actually realize, so you have to be aware of how you create habits so far and then start changing that approach slowly in the moment. This is all I have to suggest, and thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and I will come with a second video pretty soon on procrastination. And as I'm doing these videos, I'm working at the same time in this on my own actually model of attitudes and on my own awareness of what my habitual behavior is towards building a new habit. I'll see you in my next video.